There are a lot of crises and terrible things that are happening around the world. But for some reason, the focus seems to be almost solely about on Israel. Why is that? Let's see as this is brought up to the UN Commission and what what is our response to this? I'll see you in the flip side.
I asked the UN, the Arab League, and everyone who has been raising the Palestinian flag since October 7, where is the flag of Yemen? In my country, 500,000 people have died in the last 10 years. The biggest famine and humanitarian crisis in modern history. Why does no one care when 500,000 Yemenis die? What about Sudan? In less than 2 years, more than 150,000 people have been killed. Where is the flag of Sudan? What about Syria? 500,000 Syrians have been killed. Where is the Syrian flag? High Commissioner, why is it that when Arabs kill millions of Arabs, no one bats an eye? Where is the outrage and where are the protests? Why don't you mention the Houthis in Yemen who have spent millions of dollars firing missiles at Israel instead of feeding my starving people? May I ask why your report mentions Israel 188 times, yet fails to mention the Islamic regime in Iran even once? How can you speak about the conflict while ignoring the party that has armed, trained, and funded terror proxies like Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthis who have been bombing Israel thousands of times? And why is Qatar sitting here as a member of the Human Rights Council when they host the Hamas terror leaders in luxury hotels?
Some very condemning questions, and there is no answer or no appropriate answer because it is quaint to raise a Palestinian flag. But like he said, Arabs fighting against Arabs, oh, that's par for the course. And since they don't really care for each other, they're not there for each other, so fine that they're doing it. Who cares? But, oh, Palestinians, they're real victims. The others are not, they're not real victims because they're victim of each other, Arab against Arab. So who's the victim? Who's the victimizer? So you can't find the true, victim. But a Jew, he could be the victimizer. He could be the oppressor. After all, Jews are affluent. Jews control the world. But Arab against Arab, so then it's just, and that is the problem that we're facing. Is everybody, the human condition is that we all want to have a reason to live, a purpose in life. And it sounds and it feels really good when you're there for the one who's been victimized, the one who's been oppressed. So when you can find someone who's clearly, in your mind at least, the oppressor and the victimizer, and it's clearly a different ethnic and culture and religion, oh, then we have a real battle, but it's Arabs against Arabs. So, the lines are blurred. It's not so obvious. And therefore, to take a side is not as easy or simple, or actually it doesn't feel as good. This is the problem. Everybody wants to feel good that they're doing something good. But that itself is the problem. It's not about feeling good. It's about doing good. And doing good ultimately is not about your feelings and how you feel about it. From a Jewish perspective, that means doing what God needs and wants from us. That's what good is. Following the 10 Commandments, following what the Torah dictates are. Excuse me. Now, that's being good in the eyes of God. But we want to feel good that we're doing good. Now, could be that the extremists amongst the Muslims, they also feel not just feel good, but they want to do good. But it's all self-directed. Being good in the eyes of God is what should direct us and motivate us, not the feel good. That is the problem in today's world. And therefore, it feels good to be supporting a victim and an oppressed people. You feel righteous. You feel you have a worthwhile life in what you are supporting. And when the lines are very clear in your mind, at least, oh, a little thought of mine. What do you think? Share with me.